Beautiful fall morning today in Nova Scotia. Today I'm going to talk about this 2016 Honda Civic that we bought brand hammer new, 0 kilometers. This car has been a great car to us, but I want to show you guys and tell you guys about the common problems and issues that I've seen with these cars now that I've owned one for a few years. And I will add, I keep an eye on a lot of them when we go into the grocery store in the parking lot. When I see other ones, I look to see if they have the same problem. So let's start off by saying, if you notice your fuel mileage is going downhill, or you never bought one of these before and you just purchased one, these are great on fuel, but there is one bad flaw to them. The air filter draws its air from right here, which this all looks like it's sealed and fine, but take my word for it, pull your air filter out of your air box and have a look. If you don't maintain that every 60,000-70,000 kilometers, especially if you live on a dirt road, it's not the best setup. So I'd recommend a drop-in AFE or K&N filter if you wish, or even put a cold air intake onto it, but we just left the stock air box on. But you definitely want to keep an eye on your filter and keep it clean and changed, serviced, whatever you call it. Second major issue with these cars is, and we dealt with Honda while it was under warranty, the back brakes in these cars, as you can see, mine doesn't look the best, but I've got a cross-drilled slotted rotor in there. They put a solid rotor made of very, very poor quality steel on these cars when they put them out. And what will actually happen is the shiny part of your rotor will deface and just rust and fall off. And then very, very quickly after that, it wipes the pads out and you're out money for everything. I purchased the brakes off Rock Auto for this thing. Front brakes you don't have very much trouble, but you definitely want to keep an eye on those back brakes. Keep new pads in there. And if you're running the not so great Honda rotor that's solid, you're going to be more prone to have troubles more frequently. And this is the part where I say when I'm in a parking lot, I look in through the wheels. You know, if there's another one sitting there, I see a lot of these cars with bad brakes in the back. So that being said, while we're on the topic, these calipers have a spiraled, threaded piston on the inside of the back calipers. So when you service them, you have to turn the caliper back in. You can't just shove it. And we did have one caliper seize on this car completely. It was this one. It seized so solid that the rotor was glowing red the whole 9 yards. But 265,000 kilometers and 4 years of driving the car, I'm definitely not crying over replacing one caliper. A lot of vehicles, you know, you probably would have replaced all 4 in that amount of kilometers. So, not really the best setup for the brakes in the back of these cars. And the funny thing is, the issue with these cars is pretty much all in the back. I haven't had any issues up front other than the air filter and the way the air box is designed. So next part is, when they put these cars out from factory, they call to be out of line in the rear. And what happens is, especially like we run a wide summer 18-inch rim on ours, the TSW Ascents, and we were getting major excessive tire wear on the inside edge, just like my BMWs used to do. And I mean, it was really bad. You put a set of winter tires in this thing, and within like 3 weeks they were all scalloped to hell. So we took it up to Valley Tire. They've got a really super nice alignment machine, and the guy is pretty great that uses it. So we put it on the alignment machine, and I asked him to zero it out. Don't set it to the settings that Honda calls for. Set it as straight as you possibly can. Didn't affect the handling whatsoever, and now we're actually finally getting normal tire wear out of this thing. So Honda's rust-free warranty states that you're not allowed to undercoat it. You're not allowed to do anything to it. And there is a few, she pointed out to me the other day, now I can't remember where they're at, but there was a few spots somewhere that was starting to get some rust bubbles. Where the hell was it? Anyway, the car's supposed to have 10-year rust-free warranty, so it's not bad. It's just literally a couple little bubbles, but they are here somewhere. Trust me on that. Next part, we're going to talk about the rear suspension in these cars. Pretty easy to maintain it, but what I see a lot and what's happening to ours now that we're getting more miles onto it is the bottom of the shock is getting extremely rusty. And it's not going to be too much longer, and it's not going to be doing its job anymore because the seals and the juice is going to blow out of it, and that'll be it. That being said, they're not hard to change. A couple bolts up top, one bolt in the bottom, $50 each in Rock Auto, not a big deal. So I have to say, for 265,000 kilometers put on this thing in the amount of time we had it, it's incredible how little we've done. Now, we are running the aftermarket LED bulbs, and every once in a while it likes to pop them, so we just put a new set of high beams in this the other day. Still, you know, I'm not going to cry over a light bulb at 265,000 kilometers. The only actual engine issue that we had, I done a short video onto it. You can subscribe and check it out. The turbo solenoid code, and the solenoid was fine, but what had happened was one of the signal wires was broken on the inside. So it's just simply a matter of cutting the wire, splicing it together, sealing it, and zero issues, like not a check engine light, nothing. I will say that the maintenance codes, your A, B, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, most of the time when you get those codes, you should do the work. A lot of times, like me with the rear brakes, I just erase it when it comes on because that's something I keep my eye on. But, you know, when it tells you to change your air filter, your spark plugs, your transmission fluid, yada, 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 do it. As far as the A for only changing the engine oil, don't just change the oil, change the oil in the filter. Just changing the oil is foolish. Same as when you do the transmission, make sure you buy the filter. A lot of places tell you there isn't a filter. There is one. Rock Auto lists it. I also did a video showing where it's located. It's underneath the cooler. So those are the issues that we had with this car. That is it. Nothing more, nothing less. This thing has been great, and look forward to doing the next video with it. Just so you guys don't think I'm crazy, this is the spot of rust that's starting, and it's right on the edge of the hood on the driver's side. And the other little tiny spot, like I said, they're tiny, I just had to get her to come out and show them to me. We've got a rust spot right below the seal for the door, passenger side. That's it, guys. Please subscribe. Hope you enjoyed.